Hey everyone, welcome to Finding Tickers, where we discuss stocks that our community is trading. Today's episode is brought to you by FREIBA Watchlist, our signature trading service that shares a daily list of hand-picked stocks before the market opens, live trade alerts, trading strategies, portfolio reviews, market news, and much more, all to help you learn how to trade and become a better investor. So make sure you click the link below, subscribe today, and don't miss out on another opportunity. All right, let's get into some tickers. So here we have the SPY. It's the S&P 500. Again, this is the barometer that we use to kind of gauge the markets, right? The S&P has the 500 top stocks in the world, and so it's a great gauge for the markets on a daily basis. So day traders love it, and so do we. So today, first, let's talk about yesterday. Massive move into the close yesterday after the FOMC meeting. You had the rates are being left unchanged, but you still have some things kind of lingering in the market that we talked about. One, the tapering, which is going to be the reduction of bond buying by the Fed. That's going to be accelerated, and then the potential for rates to rise in the future. So there's still some things kind of lingering here in the markets, and you had a massive gap up. So that 471.09 level that we've been talking about for about a week now is finally broken. However, I was concerned about the move and gap up potential in the market and how that may not have been exactly what we were looking for. We actually got it, so we broke out in pre-market technically to new all-time highs, and it started to pull back. So as some of the economic data came out this morning about employment, jobless claims, but there has been some new concerns about the Omicron virus, and we kind of had a profit-taking day. We were talking about that yesterday as well, right? There was a high potential for profit taking today, and today it kind of went to the extreme. So we almost gave back all the profits from yesterday, just given that move. But what goes up must come down, right? So it's okay, and we're kind of going to work through it. This ended up being a great day to short some names, and we'll get into some of that. But overall, we bounced off of this 465 level, and we do have the potential to start to go back out. The other thing is that tomorrow, Friday, is the quadruple witching, which, as we talked about, is the contract expiries on basically across the board. This happens every quarter, so we definitely have some extreme volatility, which is exactly what happened today. So moving forward, obviously tomorrow is going to be probably an indifferent day, right? We want the market to stay, at least the SPY to stay over 465, and potentially curl back up into the close as we close out the week and get into next week. But we'll definitely keep you guys updated. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you click the link below, and we'll see you in chat. All right, so let's get into some of our watch lists, then some trades, and then we have a bonus at the end, so stick around for that. So first, we'll talk about Lucid, LCID. This is an EV name. We had talked about this for a while now, and yesterday it had a pretty good day, and we were looking for a squeeze out of the gates here. Again, the market pulling back, all day today. This actually presented a pretty good opportunity in the morning, and it spiked to a high of 42.50. And again, we called this out on our watch list prior to the market open. So there were several opportunities to take a trade here, and it went from this $41 level and made a nice dollar and change move to a high of over at 42.50. This ended up being about a 60% move, and that happened in about 20 minutes. So congratulations to everyone that took advantage of Lucid. There was obviously an area here for this to potentially break down, which happened. You had the project VWAP here and ended up being a decent short into lunchtime, right? Bounced back up to this 40, basically $41 levels, and then the fade into the close here, and then now it's kind of sitting to potentially gap down tomorrow. There was a short report that came out on another stock that we had today, RIVN, RIVN. And again, the market was accelerating down, and then you had RIVN come out with a short report, and so it kind of cascaded and pushed this ticker down. But a lot of traders are in Lucid. Again, it was a nice move in the morning here. Just to take a closer look, right? You have this consolidation breakout. Broke this level here, which is basically VWAP pre-market at around 41.60 and squeezed up to that 42.50. So really nice trade, to the upside here on that morning spike. That's LCID. Next, we had another nice mover this morning that was on our watch list. Is VXRT. So before the market opened, we called this out. We're looking for a continuation setup, and we got exactly that. So you had this level here around 650 where it curled below, broke out above, pulled back, bounced off of VWAP, and broke out to a high of 680. But this move right here was a 100% move while trading some options today. So congratulations to everyone that took advantage. We noticed this thing was squeezing yesterday, and so we were looking for this continuation and got just that. So congratulations on VXRT. That's VXRT. I know that there's a lot of long-term holders in VXRT, particularly ones that are kind of looking for another squeeze like this. You have a couple levels above you here, but first things first, you need this thing to fill this gap here around 730, and then kind of make its way back up. But good move on VXRT today, and again, congratulations, guys. All right, next is RIVN, as mentioned. It's RIVN. So RIVN had earnings today. So it had earnings this afternoon, and we were anticipating some volatility out of this. And so we were looking for for this to move and continue to the upside. But again, the market was down today, right? So it ended up becoming more of a short. But we did catch this curl here right in the morning. You had this sell-off, some support stepped up here. We have a previous level, which is around 114, 114.32. That was from a previous day or previous levels of support and resistance. This was kind of a consolidation area, and you had it bounce off of it and then broke down below. When it broke down below, we did get some bullish activity, and we swung this to the upside here to break at this level here. And then RIVN ended up pulling back pretty hard. Like we mentioned, there was a short report that came out on it, but right around here, which accelerated to the downside. So we were able to scalp it short here as well. And then RIVN really took a dive after earnings. So everyone that is still in this short, congratulations tomorrow. Hopefully this can stay under $100 for those that were looking for that price target to the downside that we have here at around 94. You get pretty close, right? 95.75. But we'll see, what tomorrow brings. But anyone that's holding this short is definitely in a good position. So that is RIVN. All right, next we have ROKU. So pretty nice day on ROKU. Yesterday we alerted the defense of the ROKU's business plan. There were some investors that stood behind it, went long, and it bounced pretty nicely. So this was interesting, right? Because it didn't exactly gap up, to these new highs and kind of have to make its way back up, it actually gapped up and it held, right? So there was no dip to kind of rip from. So this actually again presented a really good opportunity. So we traded this a few times, both to the upside and the downside, and then we actually caught a pretty good pop in it from about 214 to 217. I think that was, yeah, in the morning here. And then we went long again in the afternoon and are still holding this position on Roku as a swing. But we're playing with a lot of profit from this move here. It's about a $3 move that we caught in the morning, and then we have a pretty good position here at a nice area of support. But we'll monitor the position and work with it and offset with some advanced strategy if need be. But that is Roku, ROKU. All right, next we have a wild mover today, ADGI. So ADGI, it actually popped up on the radar after also hit our scanners around this. Let's call it. I think it was about $8 or $9. And as it started to squeeze up here, we caught this end here, and we're looking at certain breaks, but it just kept hitting the scanner. So, this was a relatively slow day, and that's kind of what happens in the market when you have these slower days or down days. You'll have these low float runners that start to move. But ADGI popped up here, right? It was again, I think it was a $10 break, right? And then it ended up pushing to $11, pulled back, and it popped up here out of this consolidation. So it had a small wedge here. It popped up, created a bull flag, and we got in right here at around, we were anticipating the $11 break. So we got in right here around this 1078 was our entry. And this thing just ripped, right? Had a huge pop, huge move, ended up halting up, which happened, let's see, right here. So it pushed, halted up, opened, pushed higher, and then halted up. It pushed here and we got out right around this 280 level. So it didn't halt up. It was a false halt, and it ended up pulling back here. And we were looking for a continuation, and we ended up exiting right here at around 1280. So we caught a $2 move out of this. And just to do some quick math, right, on a $2 move, what does that mean? A lot of people ask us this question. So, for example, if you were to buy 100 shares of this, right, it would cost you at 1078, right, about $1,000, right, $1,078. And with a $2 move, if you had 100 shares, you would make $200, right? And that's a significant amount for people with small accounts, for example. So this is a very impressive move. And then others that have larger accounts and can use size, right? A $2 move, if you're buying 1,000 shares, for example, right, it costs you about $10,000, would net you $2,000 in profit. And that all happened in about 15 minutes. Okay, so that just answers a math question. When people talk about, how big are these moves and kind of what does this mean, right? On a chart that you're looking at here, you don't see much movement here, but when you do the math, this adds up really, really nicely, and that is exactly why we trade, taking advantage of these volatile moves, with huge profit potential. So ADGI ended up squeezing even higher, and so we scalped it all the way up to basically the almost $15 level, and we ended up at around 1480. So this was a great winner for us today, And people in our chat, congratulations. We called it the move before it happened, so everyone knew that what we were looking for, and there's a lot of people that capitalized on that as well. So that was ADGI. It ended up squeezing here into the after hours here as it hugged and kind of flagged here, and into the close in the afternoon. You had this huge pop at right around that power hour window to a high of 1641. That was kind of the last hurrah for the day for this, but it's still holding up, and this actually is going to be probably on our radar for a little bit here, as there's a massive amount of strength in this name ADGI, and that's the out of Geo Therapeutics, ADGI. All right, next we have ISIG. So former runner, a ticker that we've been trading for a while. You guys you've known this, and it popped up on the radar as it broke out of this consolidation, pushed to a high of 22.22. That's again after breaking out from the $17 consolidation. So huge move out of this, right? About $5, from the lows, and we caught it. We caught most of this move to the highs. Again, we've been trading it before, so we were aware, and we ended up catching the $20 break, which is right around here. So this huge green candle, and in that push to the highs, and we got out. It wicked up here, and that was kind of our signal that the rip was probably over. And so we got out, near the highs here, just under $22. And then we scalped it a couple more times as it's tried to break out, but then it ended up breaking down. But it's another huge winner, right? Over almost $3 a share total on ISIG today. So again, do some quick math there. Think about 100 shares, 1,000 shares, 10,000 shares, right? With that type of margin. Again, huge profit potential. But this was ISIG. All right, next is BuzzFeed. So super light volume on this today. We talked about it being on our radar yesterday. We had some bullish news on it. You did have this pretty nice push here from almost $1 here at 550 to 644 at the high this morning. So nice move, right? Some profit taking. So we kind of just waited for a nice entry, and an entry presented itself as it broke below $6, and we saw some buyers start to step up here on light volume, but nonetheless it was it presented itself as a decent entry, and we got in at right around that $6 break, and it closed at 621. So we're already green on the position. So we're taking it easy with this one, because again it's light volume, but we are looking for some follow through as it did hold up, and we do have some targets to the upside that we're looking at on BZFD. So we're in it. We got in right towards the end of the day, and so we'll see how this trade goes. Obviously, set your risks, guys, but we do like this price point as well as the company itself. Yeah, that is one that was on the list on our radar yesterday, and we took that trade. All right, now let's talk about a new ticker that's on our radar right now, and then we'll wrap up. So APT, this is Alpha Protect. They are a mask maker. Again, with all the Omicron, concerns, you have mask mandates potentially, and APT sells masks, and so they're one of the providers of masks, and also a former runner. Really nice breakout today to new highs, recent highs, right? So super nice curl, and so you have potential for a cup to form here. We do have a target to the upside, and so we're gonna take a closer look at this. You do have this breakout, as well as this wedge break, right, or pennant break to the highs, and so it's presenting itself well. Buyers stepping up, so APT, Alpha Protect, is on our radar. All right, guys. Thanks very much. Hey, do us a favor, leave a comment below. Tell us what you're trading, um, and and then we can have a conversation. We like to see is on people's radars. If anyone has any questions, leave a comment below with that question, and we'll definitely get right back to you. And also, if you enjoy this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And for sure, click that link below. Join our community. It's growing really fast. We appreciate all the support. Let us know how we can help. Our goal is to help people to learn how to trade, which will make you a better investor and over time build wealth. So definitely stay tuned for more. We have a lot going on and we'll keep you guys posted. But thanks for tuning into Finding Tickers. The watch list will be out tomorrow morning before the market opens. We'll see you in chat. Thanks, guys.